no, you can pre-order right now, Mike.
Starfield?
You certainly can, dude. The Starfield Direct. This is 45 minutes of Bethesda and the crew diving in deep to Starfield and everything the game is going to have to offer come September 6th of this year. Very interesting to see. There's certainly a lot to talk about.
Dude, there's so much to talk about that I don't even think we have time, really. We can do a quick recap, though.
Yeah. I mean, quick recap. Look, stuff. If you like space and you love RPGs and you want to see Bethesda possibly win again, this could be the game for you. And I think, again, like you said earlier, Mike, if you're looking for a shooter, maintain your expectations going into it, because it's not going to be the best FPS. I can tell you right now, it's Bethesda. But
30 FPS, it's not going to be a shooter.
30 FPS. But there's also a third-person option, and it seems like you can flip between them pretty seamlessly, which is good. So depending, it's kind of like Fallout. Fallout had a third-person and a first-person option. Did so they're kind of staying true to that. But I mean, the environments and stuff look insane. The planets look pretty sick. Procedurally generated stuff scares me after No Man's Sky. However, that game kind of redeemed itself.
That game is fixed and it's amazing now.
So, I mean,
watch your mouth.
Just saying, dude. It's the early release, the early period of a procedurally generated space game kind of scares me now. And Hello Games, I can blame Hello Games for that. I'm just saying, but it can be redeemed. But that is neither here nor there. I think the environments and everything look pretty sick. The monsters and everything you run into, and the different I mean, there's a huge resource system in this, and
the economy as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could build a ship, and you can literally build a giant transformer if you want, just fly that around. Like, that's pretty sick. The amount of customization you have. It's gonna be interesting to see all of that, and I think just seeing the kind of main hub that they showed, where I guess much of the story will take place, or probably major parts of the story would take place, was interesting seeing that, and a couple different characters. And it seems like a Bethesda RPG. You can either go down the main story, do that track, or you could just get lost in the thousands upon thousands of different planets you'll visit, and the different environments and weather, and people. I mean, they mentioned, if two people go to the same planet, it's going to be different in some way. It's not going to be the exact same. So I mean, it should be really interesting to see how. I'm very curious to see how all that stuff is going to work in terms of the generation of worlds and everything. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, there's not. I mean, like I said, we can go into detail all night about this, but I think overall, it's Bethesda's next big RPG. I highly recommend, if you're at all curious, to go and watch the full direct, because it is 45 minutes. It's very actually detailed.
Yeah, it's very detailed. We have for example, we basically have over 50 notes that we were going to talk about, but it's like, holy crap, we need to devote an entire episode strictly to this game if we're going to try to cover it. There's just so much information from this direct. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. Who knows? We may get to it one day, but at the same time, there's always news to be told. So maybe it's not.
It's a fact.
maybe we won't get to it, but it's there's a lot of points.
I will say that when I was watching the full direct, for anybody that plays space simulators in general, this is as if No Man's Sky had really intense, really good, realistic graphics. And also, if you know anything about Star Citizen, that game is mostly an always online type of game. But the level of exploration is similar to what Starfield's trying to achieve. And the realism of your ships. You can basically upgrade and customize and build your own ships. And it's pretty intense. It's a survivor RPG, and you come across ET looking dinosaurs. And it's wild. There's a lot of promise with this game, but because it's Bethesda, I'd be cautiously optimistic. There's no way I'll be honest with you, there's no way I'm pre-ordering this game.
Yeah.
Zero shot. I'm going to wait until it comes out and then see the reviews and see if it's broken or not. It's Bethesda, so it's going to be playable, but it's going to be buggy. I guarantee that.
Yeah. I was going to call you out, but you pretty much did. This man.
What do you mean?
This man predicted his prediction game's gonna be broken on day one. But we'll
Oh
see.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see. I hope this is the first Bethesda release that isn't a complete buggy mess on day one. But it's Bethesda, man. It hurts.
Dude, okay, let's just real quick. What they talk about right in the beginning is there's over 1,000 worlds. You can visit the moons. They have some type of next gen lighting model, and there's an environmental like weather effects and animation to the to procedural like AI um procedural generated, isn't that the phrase?
Yeah,
AI
procedurally
generated?
generated. Yeah.
Yes, and animal simulations for that. And there's third and first person, 30 frames per second, and the UI looks nuts. Plus, you got companions. It's like, dude, they're like everything that Star Citizen ever promised, except for the multiplayer, is what Star Direct is trying, or not Star Direct, Starfield is trying to do. And that's a huge task.
It's a huge
So,
feat, dude.
yeah, I hope they have been working on this for 25 years.
I mean,
To be
this.
honest,
I mean,
you
this is
need
the
it.
thing. I think they've certainly been working on it. I feel like since 76 came out, pretty intensely, right? I mean, that was
Yeah,
5 years ago, so um,
that's true.
definitely a lot
It
of
has
years
been their
working in
primary
on this
focus
one.
for a
Yeah,
while. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, the ship combat. It seems like you could spend 100 plus hours just fighting other ships and trying to
Uh-huh.
colonize and everything. I mean, there's outposts on planets you could build. You can have companions run that. You could become wanted and have space pirates come and try and kill you. I mean, there's like,
Definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of there's. It seems like there's a lot of content. Also curious to see how this runs on PC. Can I get above 30
Agreed.
frames on PC? I don't know, Mike. We'll find out.
Uh,
We'll
how much
find
money
out,
you
dude.
got?
I don't know.
But the one thing that people, at least my friends that didn't know anything about Starfield, like this is the first time ever seeing it. They kept asking, just like, is it multiplayer? Is it multiplayer? Is it a first person shooter? Like blah blah blah, this other stuff. And it's like, nope, it is
Uh,
single player driven only, like space exploration role playing game. Like that's just what it is. Now it's Bethesda, so they can mod it. Maybe you can like break the code, try to get in there, but come on, man. Not
yeah.
really.
Yeah, I mean, there's creation engine and everything, and people mod for it, and
Yeah.
but yeah, at the end of the day, these are single player experiences. There's like no way to add multiplayer to it. They have no desire to. And when they tried to add multiplayer to one of their RPGs, do I have to say what happened
Yeah.
next? It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Bye.
it's a little rough, but I mean, I don't know. Nevertheless, I'm interested in Starfield after this, so I'm very much curious to see where this game's going to go. I will say, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna get something like this, but they do have a collector's edition that comes with a pretty sick watch that's like modeled after the one in game. That's supposed to be
Yeah.
fully functional and everything, along with like a cool little like case and everything. So there is a collector's edition. There's a digital premium edition for $100. If you get any of the higher editions other than standard, it gives you 5 days early access. I know some people will probably like, come on, man, like why? Like why are we like trapping that behind premium editions? But it's there. It's there, dude. I mean, this is available day one on Game Pass. From what I've seen too, I haven't actually confirmed this, but I saw apparently you can upgrade to the premium edition for like $30 if you have Game Pass or something like that. So you could still take
Yeah.
advantage of the perks and everything. So maybe there's a way to do that. We'll see. I'm gonna see if there's anything else. Yeah, like I don't plan to pre-order. I'm gonna see if there's anything else like that they'll show between now and release, and then obviously, I'm sure they're going to send out. I would hope they send out early review copies, and then we can get reviews before the game drops. Even on even on like the premium 5 day early window. So
Oh yeah.
I'll be looking out in August for reviews, and then depending on how that goes, yeah, I very much want to. I want the game to be good. I'll say it. So it's and there's certainly a lot here. So I don't know. I love Bethesda. At the end of the day, like I'll always be interested in their games, even though even though 76 what it was. But yeah, dude.
It
Overall, I'm
looks like
excited.
they're taking their studio in the right direction. There's a lot of hype built around this. They have Xbox's full support. And I mean, to be honest, the game looks phenomenal, but all Bethesda games look phenomenal in the preview section. So this is definitely one of those take with a grain of salt, cautiously optimistic, probably wait to pre-order or buy. Um, but if you do buy and they achieve everything they promised, this game is going to be probably one of the best ever games.
Yeah,
has the potential. I think everything they're promising, at least.
surely does. Did you see that shooting, Mike? Did you see that?
Sick.
Grrr. Like they're just flying in there. You get a jetpack, dude. You get a jetpack mod. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.